Hi guys, it's Melanie, and today I have my fifth and final Kringle candle review for you. So this is the last candle that I lit out of the haul that I shared with you. I will of course link all of the other reviews down below for you. If you missed any of them, you can catch them down there. I will also link the original haul video for you, which looking back on it now was really kind of comical. But, you know, sometimes you get things and you're like, this is not what I thought it was going to be. So that was really kind of like the gist of that entire haul video. However, I feel like I have saved the best for last here with this review of Kringle's Hot Chocolate. This is definitely the best performer with the exception of like a couple things. And I'll share what those couple things are. But overall, this is the candle that I would say that I'm actually the most pleased with, and the one that I thought I would kind of actually care about the least, but now I'm loving it. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and share the notes with you guys. Obviously, I'm showing you here what they call their large classic jar, which is a 22-ounce 2-wick. These do retail on the website for $27.95. I will, of course, list it down below for you so that you can go find it. And let's talk about the notes here. So from the website, it says the notes are whipped cream, cocoa powder, hot milk, vanilla bean, warm chocolate, and white sugar. So the picture that you see on the front of this candle here really is basically what you're going to smell when you light this candle. I'm going to pop the lid into frame here so that you can see that they do have the notes written on the top here. And the notes that are written on the top of the lid, get it together, Melanie. The notes that are written on the top of the lid are the same as they are on the website. So sometimes there's a little bit of variation, but with this one, it's the same. So basically, this smells like a cup of hot chocolate. Like if you were to buy like the mix from like Swiss Miss or, you know, any of like the ones that you get around the holiday time. Like I know that Trader Joe's comes out with a really good like hot chocolate. It smells like you took like a powdered hot chocolate mix and mixed it with warm milk and added some marshmallows to the top. You get like a nice amount of sweetness to this, but it's actually surprisingly not overkill. I was really expecting this one to be kind of nauseating in a way, but it's really not. If you are someone who liked Yankee Candle's chocolate layer cake, and I'm actually going to move this over just a little bit and pop that into frame. So this is one of the chocolate layer cakes that I grabbed from Home Goods a while ago. It's the same in this like generic kind of discount store packaging as it is like from like a standalone Yankee Candle store. But anyway, the moral of the story is if you really liked this one, whether you got it at Home Goods or Yankee Candle, you're gonna like hot chocolate because they are extremely similar. I'm just gonna move that back to the center here, and then yeah, I mean really truly they're very similar. The chocolate layer cake definitely has a little bit more of a hint of like an actual cake type note, whereas the hot chocolate does not have that. But basically, like if you were to light both of them at the same time, like there really is not much of a discernible difference. So I would definitely recommend this Kringle candle one if you are, you know, okay ordering it from the website and you're okay with the price. Kringle candles very rarely go on sale. They have had a couple of sales in the last month that I've noticed. Most notably the one where I purchased all of my candles, which was the 40% off code that the CEO of the company gave to Norma, the Candle Dancers Facebook group. So that's where I got the code to buy these candles from. And then they were doing like a buy two get one free special here like a couple weeks ago for their anniversary, I believe. But it's not like Yankee or Bath and Body Works or Goose Creek or Village Candle, where the sales are very frequent. They're not that type of company. So, you know, most times if you're ordering from the website, you're probably going to end up paying full price. And for this one, I would say, I personally don't think that I would pay full price. If I found it on sale for, say, like somewhere between $15 and $20, I'd probably grab another one. But it's not one that I would go out of my way to reorder, mostly because I have quite a few of these in my backup stash. And like I said, they're very similar. So I'm really glad that I have this one to bust out during the holiday time. But it's, you know, it's not something that I'm like anxious to reorder. Let's talk about the burn, because this is where, you know, none of the other Kringles have really had very many burn issues, but this one actually does have a burn issue. If you can see, I've actually had this lit for 3 hours now, and I'm not even joking. 3 solid hours. This is the wax pool. Those wicks are crazy puny. It hasn't even fully pulled, again, after 3 hours. But it's actually throwing, so that's kind of the odd thing. Like, I can smell it very well in my office space here, and I can actually smell it downstairs in my open concept area pretty well. I would say the strength of this fragrance is probably a, I don't know, I would put it at a solid 7, and the throw would probably be at about a 6.5 and a 7 as well. So better than a lot of the other Kringles that I've reviewed. But still not up to par with like a Bath and Body Works candle. So, but really truly, it takes this candle so long to pull out. And what I've actually done in like most times that I've burned this is I've wrapped it in tin foil, which I hate doing because that takes away from what the Kringle candles are really like known for, which is their packaging. Like if I'm having to wrap a bunch of like tin foil around here to get it to like pool out, then that takes away from like the aesthetics of the candle. It helps it pool out, but you know, then I don't know. I think that's probably what I'm most disappointed about with the hot chocolate, is that I just can't get it to pool out on its own. Which again is weird because none of the other ones have really had that problem. And the wicks on here are super puny. I have never trimmed these wicks. They seem to actually be like self-trimming, oddly enough. There is a little bit of a, you can see those 2 wick remnants right there and right there. So those just fell off on their own randomly. I did not trim during the first burn, and definitely not during subsequent burns, because I was like, man, this sucker is struggling. So yeah, I'm not sure what's happening there, but yeah. So, okay, to just kind of round out my Kringle candle reviews overall, I'm not going to be ordering any more candles from Kringle. Sadly, I think unless there is like a major sale, like I'm talking like between 50 and 60% off, I just don't think that I could justify what I'm paying for these with how most of the performance has been overall. Either they struggle in like pooling out or puny wick syndrome, or they have almost undetectable throw for me. And so that right there just kind of, combined with like how expensive they are, just kind of makes them seem like they're not the best option for me. I do think there is a place for these candles with people who like a lighter throw, people who are looking to gift a really nice candle that has an amazing presentation. You know, I feel like, you know, you shouldn't entirely write off the company if you are the right person for these candles, you know? So hopefully these reviews were helpful for you guys. I was definitely let down. I had higher expectations based on a lot of the things that I heard from other people, but everybody has different expectations, you know? Like, that's the thing to remember here is, like, I'm not bashing Kringle. You know, I feel like there are definitely things that they do extremely well, and then there are things that, like, my expectations just sort of, I guess, are bigger than what they're able to deliver on. And that's just honestly my opinion. You are going to find a lot of other reviews out there that, you know, definitely are very favorable overall towards Kringle, and just kind of have to make your own decision. I think it's good to start out small with a company like this where the candles are much more expensive, so that you can get a sense of what, you know, you really like. I feel like the tarts, first off, are a good way to start out because you can try a bunch of different fragrances. They also have these little candles called daylights, and that might help you figure out like what the burn is like for you, what the throw is overall. You know, just, I wouldn't go diving right in to the extent that I did, because you might be disappointed, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Or, you know, if you don't agree with anything that I said in any of my other videos, then, you know, go for it. Like, it's, you know, there are lots of different candle companies out there. This is just not the one for me. But anyway, let me know if you guys have any questions down below. And thank you so much for watching this series about Kringle Candle. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.